Good everybody, and welcome once again to Justified series. So yes, it's been a while, guys, and yes, this time around, we thank God for the success of the JAMB tutorials, right? And right now, I'm moving straight into into the WAEC tutorials. Sure you get. So yes, let me just quickly run you guys through the things we are going to be doing here. So yes, I am starting again the Justified series for the WAEC class, and then we are going to be focusing on two subjects for the tutorials, which is English and maths. And you might be wondering why not the other subjects. It's because of over the years, even last year, many of you guys, many WAEC candidates tend to fail English and mathematics. Like I said, last year I had a couple of students that did very well in JAMB, did very well in positioning, but their WAEC results, they had A's and B's in their other subjects. But when it was time for English and mathematics, some were having what we call D7 and some were having what we call E8. Why some had F9. And you see, when you have these particular scores, you are not qualified for for admission at all yet, because of having a D7, E8 or F9 automatically disqualifies you from admission, from processing your admission. So you get, which means that you will need to rewrite your O-level exam again. Do you get it now? So that's what I'm taking my time right now to teach you guys and make you guys solid in your English, your mathematics, and then your economics. So you get, I'll be doing that one online. So you get. All right, so now very quickly, let's dive into what we have for today. So let me clean this up. So now, all right, that's it. Okay, so today our focus, first of all, I'm going to be starting with the objectives of English. Like the WAEC objective questions. She gets WAEC English objectives. And you know, WAEC English objective is divided into two parts. We have the first part, which is 80 questions, right? And then we have the second part, which is the oral English aspect. I think that one was 80. I think this one is 50, this one is 80. She gets so one of the two shall. So, but first of all, today our full focus is on this particular aspect. I get me. So I'll just be telling you guys that we'll be going to treating questions as well. I'll be giving you guys the topics to focus on. All right, so now let's get straight into practicing. Oh yeah, before we begin, my name is Justified and I'm the CEO of Justified Tutors Academy. So yes, you are once again welcome to Justified series. Remember, get your pen, your notebook, and follow me. When I drop a question, always do comment the answer. I get me. All right, let's begin. All right, so now let's move straight to question number 1. So now let me explain this. So now the way I arranged it, question 1 to 5, we are going to be dealing with with opposites in meaning. Yes. So we'll take it 5 questions per session. So you get opposite in meaning. So and then why opposite in meaning question usually come in this particular format. I'll read it for you. The instruction comes like this. Choose the option that is most nearly opposite in meaning. When you hear most nearly opposite meaning, it's something I'm saying opposite in meaning. So please don't get confused. I get me. All right. So now let's move on to the next aspect, to the question now. Question 1. Question 1. Now, question 1 says, the posh cars were sandwiched between two dash ones. Now, when you are dealing with opposite meaning question, you need to pay attention to the underlined word. I get me. And the underlined word here is is posh, as seen in your on your screen. I said in. Sorry, meant to be on your screen. As you can see on your screen, the underlined word here is posh. I get me. So the posh cars were sandwiched between two dash ones. What is the opposite meaning? We have option A to be rickety, option B to be rugged, option C to be modest, and option D to be to be dented. Now, I can only say, before you answer a question on whether nearest to meaning or opposite to meaning, you need to know the meaning of the underlined word, which is in this context, it is posh. You need to know the meaning of the underlined word posh. And what is the meaning of what? Of the word posh? I will read what I have in my phone. Now, posh simply means that what? Or posh simply refers to something stylish, elegant, or what? Or luxurious. I get me. So, what should be the opposite of what? Of something that is what? Stylish, elegant, or luxurious. Remember, another meaning for what? For posh can also be said to be what? Expensive. You get something expensive. So, what is the opposite meaning to what? To expensive. It is what? It is non-expensive. And which of these words here in the option given is opposite meaning to what? To this posh. The correct answer to the question is what? Is option C, which is what? Which is modest. Now you'll be asking me, sir, why modest? It's because of modest simply means that what? Something that is not expensive. It says here that what? Something that is what? Is just simple. I get me. Exactly. So the correct answer to question 1 is what? Is C. I hope you got the answer right. Remember, after I detect the question, always do it what? To comment your answer. So now, let's go to the next question, which is what? Question number 2. Are you getting me? Question 2 now. It says, a trivial issue often becomes dash when it is not properly handled. Again, you ask yourself, what is the underlined word? As seen on your screen, the underlined word here is what? Is trivial. She gets it's trivial. And then I will always tell you to what? Find out the meaning of what? Of this word trivial. She gets it is very, very important. I get me. So it says a trivial issue often becomes dash when it is not properly handled. A, unbearable. B, valuable. C, ordinary. D, serious. Now, what is the meaning of what? Of a trivial issue. Now, trivial in this context simply refers to what? Something of what? Of little value or importance. She gets. So now, see, something of little value or importance, it simply means that what? Something that is not that serious. She get. It is not that what? Much big of an issue. Are you getting me? So now, a trivial issue, she gets an issue of what? Of little value often becomes dash. Often becomes dash. What they are saying is that what is the opposite meaning of what? Of trivial. And looking at the options, unbearable, valuable, ordinary, the one that is what? It is opposite meaning to the underlined word here is what? Is serious. Because a trivial issue, which is what? An issue of what? Of little value, often becomes what? Often becomes D. Often becomes what? Serious. Often becomes serious when it is not properly handled. That means when you don't handle that little issue, the issue that you feel that is just a small issue now, when you don't handle it well, over time, it will become what? A serious issue. She gets. It will become a serious issue. Now, question 3. Question 3, under this session, question 3 says, the rock star's stellar performance. The rock star's stellar performance contrasted sharply with the dash. The rock star's stellar performance contrasted sharply with the dash, showing of what? Of the amateur group. Now, again, ask yourself the same question. What is the underlined word? The underlined word for question 3 is what? Is stellar, which is spelled S-T-E-E-L-A-R. Right? All right. So now we have to find the opposite meaning words to this word. She gets. Which of the option is opposite meaning words to this particular word here? Now, first of all, like I said, you need to know the meaning words of the underlined word, and I'll read the meaning from my book. She gets off my phone. Now, the word stellar refers to something outstanding or exceptional. She gets. So it says here, the rock star's exceptional performance contrasted sharply with the word dash showing of the amateur group. Now, what is the opposite meaning to an exceptional performance? She gets. It means a performance that is just ordinary or common. That is an unexceptional performance. You get it now. So, what is the word that has this meaning? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? The word that is what? Opposite the meaning to what? To the word stellar is what? Is mundane, which is what? Option C. right? I know you might be wondering, sir, why is it mundane? It's because mundane simply means something that is what? Either ordinary or what? Common. You can do your research on that. So you get, just check a dictionary for it. And yes, moving now straight to what? To question number 4, right? Question 4. Now, what is question 4? Question 4 says, Tolu was sanctioned for late coming, but his best friend was dash. Now, Tolu, where the cat as the scapegoat, was sanctioned for what? For late coming. What is the underlined word here? The underlined word here is what? Is sanctioned. Always ensure to ask yourself this question. What is the underlined word? That is the first step towards to answering a question on what? On opposites in meaning. Same thing with what? With nearest in meaning as well. Don't worry, when we get there, you see how it's done. So now, the underlined word is sanctioned. So what is the opposite meaning of the word sanctioned to the ones in the option? She gets. Is it A, pardoned? Is it B, released? Is it C, ignored? Is it D, exempted? The correct answer to the question, the opposite meaning to the word sanctioned as used in this sentence is what? Is pardoned. She gets. Tolu was sanctioned for late coming, but his friend was pardoned. She gets. So that's the answer. And for those that don't know the meaning of sanctioned, means that what? Sanctioned means that what? He was what? Sanctioned here refers to what? A penalty for a wrongdoing. Are you getting me? A penalty for what? A wrongdoing. So, a friend was sanctioned. Why him was what? Why Tolu? If Tolu was sanctioned, why his friend was what? Was pardoned. Are you getting me? And pardoned here simply means that what? He was what? Forgiven. Are you getting me? Or what? Or excused. She gets. So the next question here under this particular session is question number 5. Now, what does question 5 say? Very quickly, we are moving fast. I like this. Question 5 simply says, choose the option. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's go to the question. Question 5 says, why other teachers support for the action dash? Why other teachers support for the what? For the action dash. Victor's was what? Dogged. Now, the underlined word there is what? Is dogged. No be doggo, now dogged. You get. So again, to answer this question, you need to know the meaning of the word dogged. Are you getting me? And now, what does dogged simply mean? Dog refers to something persistent or what? Or tenacious. So now, which of the option is opposite in meaning to the word dogged? Is it woeful? Is it disappointing? Is it wavering? Is it declining? Now, the correct answer to the question is option what? Is option C. So you get is option C. And then what does option C say? Option C simply means that what? Something that's what? Uncertain or what? Or fluctuating. So you get to wavering simply means, which is option C. Option C, which is wavering, simply means that what? Something that is what? Fluctuating. So that is the what? The word opposite meaning to the what? The word dogged. So yes, we've come to the end of what? Of opposite meaning questions, right? And so far so good. These are the things I've said so far. I need to take notes of. Number 1, when dealing with what? With opposite meaning questions, you need to know the underlined word first, and then you need to know the meaning of those words. Yes, you can see the words. You need to get yourself familiar with what? With all these words. Yes, I know it's not easy to cram them, and I will never advise you to cram at all. Just go to your WAEC past question and practice lots and lots of questions on them. She gets WAEC tend to repeat some questions she gets every year, especially when it comes to what? Opposite meaning and nearest meaning. She gets just practice the word, practice as many as possible, check dictionary she gets, and then master them well. She gets so they can know their opposite meaning and what? Nearest meaning. I get me. So once it's done, then straight, because of aside from your theory, although your theory carries more mark, your OBJ also plays a major part in your what? In your English exam, especially for those people that what? Are targeting A, B, she gets in the what? English examination. All right, so that's that on the part 1. Let's move to the what? To the next section. All right, so now I'm moving to what? To question 6 to what? Question 10. Don't mind my writing, I beg. So yes, what is question 6? And then what is the heading? Now, question 6, we are now dealing with what? With questions that has to do with what? Let me read the instruction. From the words lettered A to D, choose the word that best completes each of the following sentences. So that is it. So right now we're dealing with what? With complete, with the word that best completes each of the following sentences. So very simple. This particular one translates what? To Lexis and Structures. You get it translates to what? To Lexis and what? And Structures. That is what it translates to. You get so right now everything on that aspect is what? Is Lexis and Structures. Your question tags, your adverb, your this, you get, they are under what? Lexis and Structures. Even your sentence interpretation, yes, don't worry, we get there, you see it. I think that's the next session after this. All right, so now let's go straight into question 6. Now it says the aggrieved customers staged a what? A fierce dash on the street. Now, what can a customer stage on the streets? Look at Nigeria, for example. Now, what can you as a person stage on the streets? The only thing that a customer can stage on the streets is not contest, is not argument, is not a fight. So you get, it is what? A protest. So the correct answer to question 6 is what? Is a protest. Now note, you are to fill what? These sentences is what? With the correct option. So option what? Option D. So you get, you have to fill them what? With the correct option. So there might be another option which is actually maybe B, sounding somehow to your ear. Please, you have to pick the option that is what? That is very, very, very correct. That is the best one. Are you getting me? That is that question. Question 7. So, question 6 rather. Now, moving to question 7. Question 7 now says, the accused was brought before the jury for a court dash. Now, when they bring an accused person to the court, when they bring an accused person, she gets before the jury for a court. When they bring an accused person before the jury, she gets, it should be for one thing. It should be for one thing. And that one thing is what? Is not proceeding, is not judging, is not sitting. It is what? It is for a what? A court hearing. She gets, because of the court, the judge wants to hear what the accused has done before she gives, or before he gives what? His judgment. So there has to be what? A court hearing. I get me. Like now, recently we are in over this guy that was kidnapped, or not kidnapped, that was taken by what? The soldier, which is Justice Crack. Now, for example, now Justice Crack that is taken now will be brought before what? A court. It will be brought before the jury, right? For what? For a court hearing. Because of the court has to hear what has this young man done. She gets, when they now hear, okay, this is what he has done, blah blah blah, do not say, yes, this is my judgment. You get it now. So that's how it goes. Now, question 8. It says, from the words lettered A to D, choose the word that best completes each of the following sentences. From his dash, one can tell he's an athlete. Now, how can you tell that somebody is an athlete? According to the options. Is it A, physics? Is it B, gait? Is it C, stature? Is it D, anatomy? I know stature might sound almost correct to you, but the correct answer in English language is what? Is physique. Yes, it's physique. I beg. Don't go and say stature. Now Nigeria, they use stature pass. Hey, you have a very nice stature. My dear, you get is what? You have a very, very nice physique. I get me? So now let me just tell you what physique means. Physique simply refers to what? The physical structure or build of a person. And that is the one thing you can use to tell whether a person is what? Is an athlete or what? Or not. So you get, to the correct answer is A. Now, moving towards what? Question number 9. Now, question 9 says, from the word lettered, let me skip that part. The death of that journalist is still dash in mystery. The death of that journalist is still what? Dash in mystery. What is the correct answer? Is it A, shadowed? Is it B, conveyed? Is it C, shrouded? Is it D, confined? Now, I know many of you want to say shadowed, or you want to say, let me see, where's this one again? You want to say confined. No, those are very, very wrong. The correct answer to the question is what? Is shrouded. And I will tell you why. First of all, you need to know the meaning of what? Of shrouded. Shrouded is what? Is option C. Now, shrouded, according to what I have here, means what? Means to what? To be covered or hidden. She gets from view. So when you see something is shrouded, means that what? That thing is covered. So they say that the death of that journalist is still what? Covered in mystery. She gets, or is still hidden in mystery. That means nobody knows. Like nobody gets a clear understanding of how the man died, of how the journalist died. You get it now? So that's basically it. Okay, so the answer is what? Is option C. Remember, we are in what? The part that says you should choose the best option that what? Completes the sentence. I get me. Now the next one, question 10. We are moving fast. I like that. Question 10. Now, question 10 basically says, the defendant was charged with dash because he caused his neighbor's death. Now, this one is very, very tricky, but at the same time, it's simple. Now, the defendant was charged with dash because he caused his neighbor's death. That means he was the one that caused his neighbor's death, so he was charged with something. Now, is the answer A, patricide? Is it B, genocide? Is it C, homicide? Is it C, fratricide? Out of all these side, there is only one that has to do with what? With the killing of a human being by another human being. She gets the killing of what? Of a human being by another human being. And the correct answer for that is what? Is option C. Homicide simply means what? Homicide, the crime called homicide is or refers to what? To a human being being killed by what? Another human. She gets. So that's the answer. So because of, and now again, why is it homicide? Because of, they said it here that the man was charged because he caused his neighbor's death. So that means he was the reason why what? His neighbor died. I get to me. So that's it. So now, yes, we are done with what? With first part on Lexis, because we still have one more part again on what's on this particular Lexis and structures. So we'll come back to it. But now let's now move on to what? To question 11, which talks about sentence interpretation. All right, so now I'm going to rub this off right now and then get ready for what? For question 11. Remember to always what? Comment your answer after I read the question for a particular question you get. And also, let's just give you a run through under Lexis and structures. Under Lexis and structures, you have to what? Choose the what? The most correct option. I get to me. That is the best option that completes the sentence. I get to me. So don't choose the wrong option. Be very careful. Try to understand the question well. Things like this homicide, because remember there's genocide there. You might think that it's genocide, but it's not genocide. This is what? This is homicide. And this one too shrouded as well. She get, and this one especially physique. I know you think it's stature, but it's not stature, it's what? It is physique. So you need to understand the sentence, like read the sentence well, understand what they are trying to tell you to do. She get, and then you pick the what? The correct answer. Are you with me? Don't worry, in class we'll practice more questions. I'm just doing this to make the video short so that you don't get bored. She get watching it. She gets so that when in class now you can now practice them. And in class too, we're going to take it like this too, step by step. 5 questions she gets each, and I'm going to explain again in class. But now take this down and let's move on. All right, so now question 11. Question 11. Now it says after. Okay, let me just read the instruction for you guys for question 11. So it says after each of the following sentences, a list of possible interpretation is given. That is option A, B, C, D are the possible interpretation she gets. So you have to choose the interpretation that is most appropriate for each sentence. All right, so now let's go straight to question 11. Okay, the question will be displayed on your screen. It says, revealing that information will cut the ground under my feet. Revealing that information will cut the ground under my feet. What does this mean? Or the question says, this means that it will dash. What does it mean? Does it mean A, expose my plans? Does it mean B, ruin my plans? Does it mean C, support my plans? Or does it mean D, promote my plans? Now, Let me bust your brain though. This sentence application is not all the sentence that they are asking you to focus on. There's a particular phrase that you have to focus on, and the phrase here is what is cut the ground under my feet. Yes, so you have to know the meaning of the word what cut the ground, or the phrase rather, cut what the ground. Can I write it long like this? Cut the ground what from under my feet. Yes, so you have to know the meaning of what of this particular phrase. Now, what does it mean to what to cut the ground under my feet? Now, to cut that, this particular phrase is what is an idiomatic expression that means to what to suddenly make what someone's position or argument much weaker. So you get to make somebody's what position or argument much weaker. So now in this context, in the particular sentence, it means that what revealing the information will ruin the what the speaker's plans. So again, that means there are two people trying to oppose each other. So when the person should review such information, it will reduce what the argument of what of the other person. She gets it make the other person's point of view weaker. I get to be. So the correct answer is what is the correct answer to the question is what is ruin my plans, which is what option B. She gets ruin my plans. She gets, so that is it. Crazy, right? Yes, this is idiomatic expression. That's under what sentence that because of you are interpreting it. Are you getting me? That's good. So now, question 12 now. What does it say? It says, mother always tells me to keep my nose clean. Mother always tells me to keep my nose clean. What are we focusing on here? Remember, we are interpreting the sentence, but then we are focusing on what? On the idiomatic expression, which is what also a phrase. Now, what are we focusing on here is what is question top is what is to what keep my nose what clean. She gets. So this is what we're focusing on here. What does keeping my nose clean means? She gets. Now, keeping my nose clean simply means that what? To stay out of trouble. She gets. To stay out of what? Of trouble. That's what it means. You can go check it online. Go and do your research. Gemini, ChatGPT, everywhere. She gets. Keeping your what? Your nose clean simply means that what? Stay out of trouble. She gets. So now, mother always tells me to what? To keep my nose clean. This means that what? She's telling me to what? To stay out of trouble. You get it now? All right. So that is it. The correct answer to the question is what? Is option C. Don't let me write it again. So let me just put that option C. Let's move to question 13. So yes, now question 13 now says this action effectively puts the mockers on the project. Now, again, we are not focusing on what on the entire sentence. We are focusing on what on the idiomatic what expression, which is what in this context it is what it is put the mockers on. You can see now it's not the full sentence now. It's just what putting the what the mockers on. So now what does this mean? What does putting the mockers on in this context? She gets what does putting the mockers on mean in this context? Now the phrase put the mockers on is a what is a British slang term that means to either jinx, ruin, or sabotage something. She gets. So now in this context, it means that what the action will be what will be it means that the action will not be what that is the project will not be executed. She gets. Okay, sorry, this context it means that what the action will prevent the project from being executed. So now back to the question. This action, so they are referring to a particular action that probably somebody wants to take, and they're saying that guy, this action that you want to take, she gets, this action will effectively put the mockers on the project. She gets. Which means that what? Which is option C. Which means that what? It will what? It will prevent the project from being what? Executed. Are you getting me? So it will prevent the project from being executed. This one is actually quite tough. You get? So that's it. So take note of that. So now question 14. Very quickly, it says, you can see clearly that we are surpassed in numerical strength. You can see clearly that we are surpassed in numerical strength. This means that we are dash. What does this mean? Now, again, what is the phrase here? Now, the phrase here that you have to focus on is what is surpassed in numerical strength. She gets, that is it. Surpassed in what? In numerical strength. Let's put it like that. Numerical strength. So that is the underlined word there. Surpassed in numerical strength. So now, what is the meaning of what? Or what is the meaning of the phrase to be surpassed in numerical strength? Now, this means that what? There are fewer of us. That's what? There are fewer of us than there are of them. So you get. So now back to the question. You can clearly see that what? We are surpassed in numerical. That means they are more than us. Simple as that. So now this means that A, much weaker than they are. B, by far stronger than they. C, fewer than they are. So what this simply means is that what? We are fewer than they are. Not that we are weaker. We can still be stronger than them, but we are not in the same numbers they are. She gets. We can be like 90, but they can be like 100. She gets. So we are fewer than they are. Doesn't mean that what? We are weaker than they are. That's why option C is the correct answer and option A is what? Is wrong. So please be very, very careful so that you don't misinterpret these things. Now, the final part under this what? Sentence interpretation. It says, back to the question. One of the athletes was disqualified because she jumped the gun. What does this mean? Now, again, what is the underlined word here? What is the underlined word here? What does it mean to jump the gun? She gets, because that's the idiomatic expression here. To jump the gun. She gets. So now, what does it mean for you to jump the gun? She gets. Now, jump the gun is an idiomatic expression that means to start something before it is approved or allowed. So now back to the question. One of the athletes was disqualified because he jumped the gun. This means that she started early without permission, too soon, or on time. Now all of these options here are almost correct. She gets, because yes, you can say that yes, she started early, but in this context, that is not the meaning. You can say that okay, she started without permission. Yes, but in this context, that's not the answer. The correct answer is that she started too soon. She gets. That is the correct answer. She gets. So the answer is what? Is C as well. She gets. This one is also too tricky. She gets too soon. And yes, we've now come to the end of the session of sentence interpretation. And again, in the group, we'll be practicing more questions like this one. Are you getting me? I hope you can enjoy this particular aspect. Idiomatic expressions. You have to think. She gets. But at the same time, to master this aspect and do well in this aspect, you need to practice more questions. Don't worry, in the group chat, I'll be giving you like about 20-50 idiomatic expressions to go and master ahead of your WAEC examination. I get me. So again, let's do a review on this particular aspect and how to attempt questions in this particular aspect. Now, first of all, you have to know the phrase or idiomatic expression that they are asking to find the meaning of. So you get. So you can say that I wrote everything out for you to know. So now, once you can now know them, you can now look towards knowing the meaning of these particular phrases. Then put it in a sentence. She gets, because of it is meant to be as used in that sentence. Like it has to flow with the context. I get me. That's it. So that's basically it. Okay, so now let's now move to question 16 to 20. All right, so now we're moving on to the next aspect, which is question. Which is question 16 to 20. So question 16 to question 20, and this one is what? Nearest in meaning. So this is what? Nearest in meaning. All right, so here we go. From, the normal stuff now. Let's just keep it. Now, the first question says, question 16 on nearest meaning. Remember, the rules are the same as what? Opposite meaning. So let's go. The first question says, parents encourage their children to exercise financial prudence. Now, the underlined word here is what? Is prudence. That's the first thing you must ask yourself. What is the underlined word? It is what? Prudence. Now, what does prudence mean? Now, relax. Parents encourage their children to what? Exercise financial prudence. What is the nearest meaning to what? To this particular word? Is it A, credence? Is it B, sincerity? Is it C, precision? Is it D, caution? And is it C, precision? And is it D, caution? Are you getting me? So which one is nearest meaning to the word prudence? Now the first thing you must do is what? Ask, or the second thing you must do is what? Because of the first thing you must do is what? Know the underlined word, and the second thing you must do is what? Is know the meaning of the underlined word, which is prudence. So what is the meaning of the underlined word prudence? Now, let me read from what I have here. The word prudence in this context refers to what? The quality of being wise in what? Practical affairs, as by providing for the future. She gets. So in this particular context, it means that what? The quality of being wise financially. So when your parents, or when parents are encouraging their children to what? Exercise financial prudence, the nearest meaning to that word is what? Is caution. She gets. They are advising their children to what? To be cautious. Are you getting me? She gets financially. She gets, especially when it comes to what? Financial matters. So the answer is what? The answer to the question is what? Is caution. She gets. So that's the correct answer, which is what? Option D, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So now question 17. Let me give you guys time to be answering questions. So question 17 says, Awa deceived Ahmed into handing over all his savings. Awa deceived Ahmed into handing over all his savings. The option that is what? Nearest means to the underlined word is what? Is it A, cooked? Is it B, betrayed? Is it C, cheated? Is it D, food? What is the correct answer? So here, what is the underlined word? The underlined word here is what? Is deceived. So you get, this is the underlined word here, deceived. So now, what is the nearest meaning to the word deceived as used in what? In the sentence. You get, what is the nearest meaning to, what is the option that nearest means to what? This underlined word. Now we have option A, cooked. That is not correct. We have option B, betrayed. That's not correct. We have option C, cheated, and we have option D, food. I know many people say cheated, but the correct answer is food, because in this context you cannot use what? Cheated as the answer, because they are telling you that he was deceived, and the nearest meaning to what? To being deceived is food. So you get, so that's it. So the correct answer is what? Is option what? Is option D. Now the next one, question 18. It turned out that the plaintiff's claim was what? Was false. The plaintiff's claim was false. What is the underlined word here for question 18? It is what? It is what? Claim. The underlined word here is what? Is claim. So yes. What is the nearest meaning to the word claim? Now the nearest meaning to the word claim in the context refers to what? An assertion of the truth of something. So what is the nearest meaning to what? To claim. Is it A, contention? Is it B, allegation? Is it C, summons? Is it D, pronouncement? The correct answer is what? Is B, allegation. She gets, claim and allegation are what? Are words with what? With similar meanings. So the correct answer is what? Is B. Are you getting me? So this one is not difficult at all. It is very, very simple. Are you getting me? And then question 19, we have the aggrieved faction held a clandestine meeting. The online word is what? Is clandestine. You get, the underlined word is what? Is, I know many of you guys don't know the meaning of what? Of clandestine. So let me just quickly go through the meaning of what? Of clandestine. I hope I pronounce it well. Now, clandestine simply means that what? Or refers to something done secretly or what? Or kept secret, because it is what? Illicit. So the aggrieved faction held a what? A secret meeting. So what is the next meaning? The answer is already there. She gets it is what? Secret. So it's simple as that. Secret. That is option what? Option C as well. And question 20. Question 20 simply says that what? Morgan Pharmacy is the sole distributor of the antiviral drug. Morgan Pharmacy is the sole distributor of the antiviral drug. The underlined word here is what? Is sole. She gets. And what is the meaning of what? Of sole. So the meaning of sole in this context refers to one and only. She gets one and only. That means Morgan Pharmacy is the one and only distributor of what? Of the antiviral drug. So what is the nearest meaning to what? To the word here? You can see it in the option. It is what? Option B, which is what? Only. Are you getting me? Only. We've come to the end of what? Of nearest meaning. You can see it is interesting and very fun. So let's quickly move on to what? The next aspect, which is the final for today, which is what? Lexics and structures, and which is also what? Which is also known as what? The one that deals with what? Choose the word or group of words that best complete each of the following sentence. Right now, we are now dealing with what? Group of words. See you in what? In question 21. All right, so now question 21 towards 25, which is the last part for today. We'll do the other five questions in the group chat. So question 21 to 25, we have what we call here lexics and structures. All right, so question 21. All right, it's around the side. All right, so what do we have? Now it says the dash scientist has discovered a cure for cancer. The dash scientist has discovered a cure for cancer. A, young Nigerian brilliant. B, brilliant young Nigerian. C, young brilliant Nigerian. I'm sure this is where almost all students head go to scatter. Yay! Because what is this? Yeah, this is what we call what? Adjective. She gets. Or this is when you have to apply the rule of what? Of order of adjectives. Sorry, order of what? Yes, of adjectives. She gets. So now, the standard order of adjectives is what? Is opinion, age, origin, and then now. Are you getting me? Opinion, age, origin, and then now. Now, let's now look at this question very carefully. Or the options, because we don't need to look at the question. The option is what matters. Are you getting me? So now look at it very carefully. Which of the following which of the following words between young, Nigerian, and brilliant sounds as an opinion? It is what? It is brilliant. So brilliant in this context is what? Is an opinion. She gets here because of it is telling you what you think about the scientist. The next one is what? Is age. Now, when you say young or old, it basically tells you what? The age. Automatically, you already know the age. When you say young scientist, when you say old, we know that okay, he's old, he's young. That is what talking about the age. So therefore, the next one will be what? Will be what? Young. She gets. And the last but not the least, automatically we already do the answer because O here is what? Stands for origin. So, and the origin here we have Nigerian. If it's that we have American to be American, but here we have Nigerian. So the correct answer will go in this flow. So you get, which will become what? The brilliant young Nigerian scientist has discovered what? A cure for cancer. So that's it. So that's how it goes. So now the correct answer to the question is what? Is option B. That is the chicken now. Are you with me? So now question 22. Okay. It says, the couple dashed their first child when I entered college. The couple dashed their first child when I entered college. A, haven't had. B, hadn't had. C, hasn't had. And D, we're not having. Now, the correct answer to this question, what is it? Just type it in the comment section. Now, let me just tell you how to get it. This question is actually what? Under question tags, right? But it's not the normal way you see question tags. It's a what? It's the more tricky and difficult aspect of what? Of question tags. Now, the correct answer is not A, because I know some people want to say haven't had. No. The correct answer is what? Is the couple hadn't had. That means the couple had not had their first child. You get? This is because the sentence is in the past. You get? It's in the past tense. And hadn't had is the what? Is the correct past perfect form. You get? To indicate that the couple what did not have their first child at the time the speaker entered college. You get? So the correct answer is what? Is had not had, which is what? Hadn't had. Are you getting me? Hope I'm spelling it correctly. Okay, yes. Hadn't had, which is what? Option B. Yes. So take that down. Hope you are learning well. Hope you are learning well. All right, so now question 23 says, the firefighters worked hard to dash the inferno. The firefighters worked hard to dash the inferno. Now, what does firefighters do? Do they put off? Do they put away? Do they put by? Or do they put out? Now, what firefighters do is that what they fight fire, right? So now, when you are fighting fire, did you put off fire or you put out fire? Is it? So now, the answer to the question is what? Is put out, because put out simply means what? To extinguish something. Are you getting me? So yes. So when you are putting out, when you are dealing with fire, you what? You put it out. You don't put it off. So you get? It's not a switch that you do on and off. So yes, that's it. So the answer is what? Is D. Put out. Hope you are learning something, guys. All right. So now question 24. 24 says, did those no? Okay, sorry, it must be 21 to 24. So this is the last question, guys. Yay! You don't mind me, Sha. This is the last question. So those novels are interesting. I wonder if you can get me dash. Those novels are interesting. I wonder if you can get me dash. Now, is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? Now, this one is very, very confusing. But let me tell you how you know the answer to this question. Now, you see this question there? The best thing to do is to separate it. Now, there is one that stands alone amongst the option, and there is one that don't start alone. Let's go like this. Those novels are interesting. I wonder if you can get me many. She gets. I wonder if you can get me many, because of you are talking about you want more, right? So it will be, I wonder if you can get me many. So many will come first. She gets. Many will come first. Then after many comes first, you will now know the remaining things to fill in. So now, I wonder if you can get me many such orders. So you get many, then you are now trying to tell him that you want more of that particular stuff. So you want a lot of it, right? Then such orders, that is such like that. I get me. So many such orders. Then also what I have here says that what the correct phrase is what is many such orders, and this is because many is what is a quantifier that should come before what such orders. You get it now, which is what a determinal phrase. All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of what of today's class. So you get the next class will be uploaded again probably on Sunday or Saturday. So just stay tuned for more, and that one should be on mathematics. So you get, let's start solving questions, right? Let's start, now. All right, so now, thank you so much for staying with me today. Ensure to what revise this video again if you are confused in any parts, or slide into my DM and ask me questions on it. Are you getting me? So yes. Also do what to what share this video, like, and what comment. Also do what to subscribe to what to get more videos from us. I getting, because of right now it's going to be back to back until the day of your what of your English and mathematics examination. All right, guys. So I remain justified, and I'll be the one teaching you guys this period. So stay with me, stay tuned, and don't go anywhere. Remember to get your notebooks should get, so they can write down these things, so that you can have them down to practice. Are you getting me? All right, once again, thank you all so much. God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys in class to practice questions. All right, guys, take care of yourself and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.